Morning.
Good stretch. Good,
Yeah.
Good morning.
I stretch my lips too. I'm about to talk a lot. You don't do that? Like before you have to like talk a lot, stretch your mouth out?
No, but I just look like Paul Blart Mall Cop. What's his name? Kevin. Yeah, he does that.
No, I don't know.
Really?
Does he do that?
Yeah, I've been watching King of Queens every night now, running through that, and he does that face. So.
No, sorry. I don't know. Not watched that show, I don't think.
What's his name? Kevin something.
Kevin Smith?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's probably someone else.
Maybe.
I think. Anyway. Hey guys. Happy September 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been having a good couple weeks since our last episode? How are you?
Good.
You're ready to go on vacation.
I am. I'm gone all
Lucky
next
guy.
week. Yeah.
Adam's going to be gone. We're going to be barbecuing every day.
Can't say what it is because it's still a surprise.
Oh.
So in case
Okay.
something looks on this.
Somebody.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, Adam's going to have a fun trip next week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might not go anywhere.
Yeah, just he's going to stay at home for a week, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, also, yeah. Calder pointed out, and I almost forgot. Yeah, this is episode 69.
Wow, is it really?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
It's going to be a good episode.
We should have prepared something
Some
more.
sort of
We should have
elaborate.
had some beers or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on here. Otherwise, what else is kind of going on? What have we gotten in recently? I feel like not a whole lot, nothing really.
Yeah, a lot
new.
of it restocks, like
Mhm.
Mastery X Freedom, Strike Freedom, came in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a crap ton of stuff at the port. Forbidden, the RE Forbidden is there.
Full Mechanics.
RE Forbidden, yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. A bunch of new stuff. Some of the
Mm.
Witch of Mercury new kits.
A new Gundam kit?
The Figurized Digimon.
I was gonna say
That
there's
new
not
one's
really anything
there.
else out.
Yeah.
New Gundam stuff at the moment.
I know the Epions are on their way, but whether they're here,
Like here in the U.S., you mean?
yeah,
Not
I don't.
yet. Mm.
Well, they're not here in the U.S. They've shipped from
From Japan.
JP
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they shipped from Jurassic Park directly to us. So that's good. That's closer than Japan.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Isla Sorna or Isla Nublar.
Yeah, there's all that stuff coming out, and then we had word that at the end of this month, Bandai's going to have a bunch of new announcements, which will probably be more like the beginning, I guess, end of this year or beginning part of next year.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what those announcements are going to be. I'd assume that we'll probably have some questions in here, people asking us what our predictions are.
Yeah, I saw some of those.
But that is for the, I think it was the All Japan Toy and Hobby Show, I think is the name of it, at the end of this month. It's like September 30th through October 1st, something like that. There in Tokyo, there's a big toy and hobby show. So I guess just right ahead of that, Bandai's probably gonna like announce everything, and then they'll have stuff there at the hobby show. We'll probably see some photos of some prototypes and stuff there.
That'd be nice.
Or like the full samples.
Blown out.
Yeah, we'll see. So there'll be some exciting new stuff from Bandai at the end of this month. That, let's see if today's, so probably in the next episode then. If today's the 15th, that'll be September 30th. Would be right around the time of our next episode, so we can talk about all that stuff in the next episode, what that's going to be. So that's exciting. Other than that, what else is like on the way? I don't think there's anything else.
No, we got big Kotobukiya shipment coming.
More Kotobukiya stuff.
Yeah.
Always.
But I don't know really. I know there's some Megami device, Frame Arms Girl, there's Zoid. Some of the...
We did get a bunch of that stuff in. I mean, we got some new Frame Arms Girls in recently.
Yeah, it's a different shipment.
So a lot of cool stuff. Oh, we have these too.
Oh yeah.
That if you get any, what is it?
In stock.
Arcanadia.
Yeah. So in stock, Arcanadia, Megami Device, Frame Arms,
Girl.
Sojo, what is it?
Sosai Shoujo Teian.
Yeah, them. Then you get a free blue base. Those are given just for Kotobukiya to give out. So
yeah. So thanks, Kotobukiya.
Yes, definitely. Thank you them. They're awesome to work with. Really great company, really great kits, guys. So you get one free with your order. So
yeah.
While supplies last.
Yes. These flying bases are a lot of fun. I was using them for a time, like in all my reviews and everything, and I would get asked a lot in the comments, "What's that base? What's that base?" Because they're really cool.
They are very cool.
They're nice. Yeah. So you can get one in clear blue, which is kind of interesting. They don't like sell that. So, all right, let's get into some questions here for today. Let's see. Oh, well, here's one, which is something else we can talk about. You can grab it right there, the Glass Files. Yeah. Bernadette's asking about which was our winner in the last episode or the episode before that. I
know she won one.
Yeah, the name is familiar, right?
She or he, yes.
Asked, are the new USA Gundam Glass Files easy to use? So yeah, as easy as any other kind of glass file. I mean, if you've used any kind of like sanding stick or file, it works the same way. You don't have to like, there's no like special technique to it. They come in a box like this. This is just the one I have. They don't like stick out of the box like that. Normally, this is the one I had for the his photos.
The face mask actually opens.
Yeah, you can show on that one. That one I popped it out.
Did you pop it out?
Yeah. If you open the box, you can push it out from the inside.
There you go. So
it's kind of funny. The face on Apex on the front of the box
so he pops out. Yep, and then you can get your. You
can see the files in there like that. Yeah, it's just kind of fun.
Neat little gimmick.
But here, let me see this because people were asking, or someone was asking about the files. I can give you guys a little preview. So you get in here cases for them as well, so you can just keep them in like the little plastic cases. And
now they're all broken.
Well, no, that's a good drop test because they're not broken.
They're not broken.
They're all the filing surface is flat on them. Someone was asking if they're rounded. They're all flat, which I don't know. I'm sure like you can find rounded ones, but most of the ones that I've seen that are for a hobby are always flat. Yeah. But the tips, hopefully you guys can see that.
Yeah, a little different.
One's rounded, one's square, and one's pointed.
Yep.
Yeah. So the tip's different, but they're all flat.
Yes. Very good too. Very.
So I'll and someone asked if I could do a demo video. So I will. I'll do a video and show you guys them in practice. But I mean, if you guys have seen anything about glass files before, I mean, they work, basically the same.
Yeah.
But it's a good chance for you guys to pick some up if you don't have any. They're very useful, particularly for clear parts, but for anything else too.
Yep.
So yeah, check those out. Thanks for asking about that. Yeah. Give us a good excuse to talk some more about those. And we just got those in. What's the benefit of? Oh, there's another one. Another benefit of the glass file versus typical file.
Man, my voice kind of cracked.
All right.
Yeah. No. So I've switched over to using glass files. I just like the finished result.
That's the main difference.
Yeah, it's the finished result is better than just like regular like sandpaper or sanding sticks. You're not getting those like grit lines really in there. You get more of a polished finish with them, and they pretty much sand down the nub pretty good too.
Yeah, they're not gonna if you have a big chunk of nub sticking out, it's gonna take longer with a glass file compared to like a steel file or whatever. It's not as harsh, but yeah, the point of that is that you're gonna rough up your plastic with a regular file. Whereas with this, it basically gives you like a nice glossy finish as if like nothing was ever there. Yeah. So that's why it's particularly good for clear parts. Really because you don't want to have to sand clear parts because then you have to buff and do everything else to get it clear again. Whereas just with the regular plastic, it's very easy. Yep. So yeah, especially if you're not planning on painting, the glass files work really well for that. Do you think Bandai should offer metal frames as expansion parts?
I think it'd be cool. Will they do that? No.
Yeah, it's way too expensive. Yeah. I think there's just not enough of a market that really wants that. I'm just gonna grab right coffee. But there's other companies that are making those.
Yes, and we get them in pretty regularly for different ones that they make.
If not like full frame, but it'll be like certain parts of the frame.
Right.
Usually the parts of the frame that like are showing
will
be like the metal parts or like the main moving parts of the frame, kind of. So
the first one we got was for the Masquerade Barbados.
Uh-huh.
They're actually remaking them, so we have those up for pre-order again. So, yeah.
It's like changed from the original one, or just like reissuing it basically?
I think it's just a reissue. I don't think it's changed.
If you weren't able to get them, or if you didn't know about them before,
yes,
or didn't know that those existed,
which I think that's one of the cooler ones to get because you see a lot of the frame with the Barbados. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But there's some different stuff that's available. I've realized we forgot to talk about this. We forgot to show this at the start of the episode.
Giveaway. The reason why everyone's here.
Yeah, our giveaway for this episode, obviously, a Destiny Impulse R Master Grade kit. Very cool. So we'll get to that later on at the end of the episode, but just a reminder, we do have the giveaway prize here for you guys. Those of you who did leave a question for us. Do you think we just read that. What is your favorite grunt suit kit to build? MG or HG? MG Sniper 2 is my favorite so far. That is a good one.
The MG Sniper 2 is good. I really liked the version, the P Bandai was the MG Dominance, which is just off, isn't it basically off that same frame and everything?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's more of like a specialized grunt suit, I guess. I always like a good gym. Yeah,
even the Sniper 2 doesn't, like, in my mind, it doesn't like seem like a grunt suit,
right? I
because when I think of grunt, I think of more like the ones that you see getting blown up constantly in the anime. So that is more like a specialized grunt, kind of like that, or like a, I don't know, what would you say, like a limited run or something like that, limited production.
Yeah, because it was
like the Justice,
right? Specialized for, wasn't it in the video game? Is that where it's from?
Gym Sniper 2 from it was featured in 0080, I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think very shortly in a scene in 0080 or maybe, possibly. Nice. For me, though, favorite grunt suit to build, the Leo is fun to build. Yeah, HG Leo. It's very similar to like a 30 minutes mission skit. Very simple, very quick build, fun, and it's a cool design. Love the Leo. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of great ones. Will there be MG announced before the end of this year? And if so, what Gundam? Well, we got the announcements coming up.
Yeah, then we'll see.
I think there's going to be some kind of MG announcement in there, whether it be a new, whatever the new MG EX might be, or a new MG Verka. We already know the next MG SD, it's Barbatos, so we already know about that. But either like standard MG or Verka or EX.
Yeah.
I'd say very likely. One of those three. Probably not more than one. Just hope to get at least one of those.
Yeah.
But I would say that'll be at the end of this year. So, yeah. The actual release of that, they'll probably be beginning of next year or later on.
6 months into next year.
What's the kit you're looking forward to getting released the most of what's coming out?
From what's already been announced, that SD Masquerade Barbados.
Yeah. The RG Epion came to mind, but now that you mention it, that Barbatos does look really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more excited about that than the Epion.
Yeah, that's true. The Freedom was a lot of fun to build. Do you think they will ever come out with the RG for all the Wing Gundams, like that teaser image they made before?
I think so. I mean, we've already got the Wing, the Tall Geese, now the Epion. I feel like we will in the future. It won't be very fast though.
Yeah, I think it's tough.
Yeah,
the Death Scythe is probably the most likely,
right?
That we'll get, and then after that, I mean, if we get we have to get the Sandrock, Nataku, and Heavy Arms. I don't know. It'll be a long wait.
Yeah,
maybe.
I feel like we will. I just feel like it won't be very quick.
No, not at all. When are we getting Bandai to make model kits of ships from Ahsoka?
I wish and pray, but we really didn't get much from the Mandalorian.
That's true.
And we didn't get anything from the Obi-Wan series. So I would be surprised.
There wasn't a lot of, trying to think back. It wasn't like a lot of notable ships. Like from the Mandalorian, we didn't get that much except for like Razor Crest, right? Just because
we got the
like
small Razor Crest. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have gotten a bigger Razor Crest. We could have gotten the Naboo starfighter they turned into. We could have gotten. They had a different TIE fighter in there. They
That's
had there's a lot of different things.
From Obi-Wan, there wasn't. I mean, can you remember anything in
Yeah,
particular?
so the leader,
droid,
the
maybe.
guy that was trying to recruit. Actually, that wasn't Obi-Wan. What was that? What was the series? Dang, where it was like the start of the underground. Yes, Andor. Yeah, thank you. That one.
I'm actually rewatching it right now.
You?
Last night I watched some of it.
So the ship that like the leader of the resist, like the underground has, his ship's pretty cool.
The wings that fold back like that.
His ship was pretty cool. Ahsoka's ship's really cool in Ahsoka. I really like that ship a lot.
Yeah.
So if you're not watching Ahsoka, she has a pretty cool ship, and I like it when like the wings go straight up and down. If you're watching.
Not yet. I feel like I should watch the Clone Wars and like other series before that, I watch Ahsoka, so I have like a little bit more like familiarity with the character.
You should.
I haven't.
Because his last episode was literally all nostalgia from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, so I need to watch that first.
Really, really good. So you have a lot of catching up then if you're doing that.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
I'll just like have it on while I'm building stuff for like the next couple months.
Yeah,
I'll catch up.
That's good. My wife watched some of it, and she's wishes she would have. But she's watched it before. Wars. But I mean, we're watching Ahsoka together.
You can still just enjoy it. Whatever. You won't catch everything.
Right.
It won't be as impactful. But
right.
Yeah. No, I love Andor, so that's why I'm rewatching it.
Andor was good. I liked it a lot.
Will you guys be getting any SMS restock anytime soon?
Yes, probably within the next week or two.
Paints or other stuff or everything?
No, I mean, anything we were out of stock on, but the problem is it like takes 6 months for us to get the shipment, which I don't know why it takes that long, but it does. So stuff we're out of 6 months ago and now we're out of now might be different. Yeah. So it's kind of I don't know why it takes that long. I just don't.
Yeah,
but it does.
Australia's a long way away.
Ain't that far. We get stuff from Japan in like a month. It takes a month from the.
Australia's farther.
Not that much further.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not a 5-month lead time difference there.
Do you think Bandai would ever undo its decision to make a kit P Bandai and change it to a regular release? No.
They've never done that. I don't see them ever doing that. They would just re-release it in P Bandai if they wanted to.
Although it is kind of interesting now that they are doing it the other way around, reprinting some kits and then releasing them like kind of as exclusives.
Yeah, so like they did that. They were gonna do that with the Dendrobium. You remember that?
Yeah.
Did it go on P Bandai ever?
Because that's a good point. I mean, they were going to do that, but I don't.
But then it showed up on our order form, and then I thought it would. I wasn't 100% sure, so I called and asked, and they said yes. So,
or maybe it's just only in Japan because they don't have enough, or they're not like doing a reprint enough to ship it out to like all the stores, so they're just gonna just sell it directly.
Maybe
because P Bandai.
Maybe,
but for overseas, they just send some. Could be like that. Is there a P Bandai kit that you've wanted but so far missed out on?
I'm trying to think. So there were some, but they got reprinted and I got them. I can't think of any. I usually don't get myself the high grades and stuff. I'm usually going after the master grades. There might have been some like add-on sets that I might have missed, but I can't really think of any.
You have the Balut pack.
Which one's that?
The like parachute pack for like the Yakushiki and Marasai and whatever.
No, I don't have that.
There you go. In my case, it's more so I'm waiting for the Mark V to be reprinted because I want to get another one. But it's not that I missed out on it. It's just that I miss it because I painted and sold it, and now I want another one. What's your experience, thoughts on Motoroid kits? Have you built any Motoroid kits?
No.
Okay. Then I'll answer this. My experience is that, I mean, obviously they're not, I don't say they're not it's not like a Gundam model where, a Gundam models, especially like modern ones, are basically toys when you have it put together, and that they're super durable. You could drop it and nothing's going to happen to it. Not that like if you dropped a Moderoid kit, it's going to like explode into pieces, but it's not exactly the same. It's more of a model kit than a toy, I guess, if that makes sense.
I'll be building that Thunderjaw.
Okay, well, there you go. That'll be your first experience with the Moderoid.
Yeah.
But no, generally Moderoid kits are good. I like them. They're not going to be, exactly the same like building a Gundam model. Don't expect it to be exactly the same, but I mean, they're good. They're nice. It can depend between the different models as well. I mean, because there's quite a lot of variety in the Moderoid line. Very different. But there's a lot of really good stuff in there. Yeah. They're nice. Any idea if Bandai will make any more MG or Full Mechanics kits for Witch from Mercury?
I'm hoping, and I'm kind of hoping we get one this announcement. I don't see why they wouldn't. I think there's a better chance we will before they make a master grade of that series.
See another Full Mechanics kit?
Yeah, I do. I'd be surprised if a Full Mechanics Calibarn doesn't come out next year. I would be surprised. I would hope, my fingers are crossed, that one would. But I feel like we'll see one or two before we see a master grade from that series.
It is kind of odd that they've so far only made the one single Full Mechanics, and at the moment there's no indication that there's going to be any more Full Mechanics.
Fingers crossed, though.
Yeah. When are y'all going to have another build day? Also, I know I keep asking this, but when is Bandai going to reprint the Deep Striker? Yeah, we were just talking about that.
We were just talking about that. I hope soon, because I didn't get to keep a Deep Striker, so I would like one myself. I've got that old G System 1100 resin kit of it, which is probably a little more detailed, but a lot more work. And our next build day, honestly, probably will be when the new building's done. To be honest, I would think. But you never know. We'll probably it could be next Christmas time again, which I feel like was the last one we did, right? Yeah. We did like a cookout Christmas. It was like Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Adam. That we did that, right? We had hamburgers and hot dogs and people could come and build. We had a good showing. It was probably good.
The problem has been just that it's very hot, for one.
It is hot in the summer, and then we don't have a lot of space in our warehouse.
So it has to be like outside, or at least partially outside.
Yeah, which is what we did during the Christmas time. We could roll up our...
It was fine at that time, yeah.
It was nice and cool, and everyone had a good time. When our new warehouse is built and should be done around November, December, we'll probably move into it January, February. Then we'll probably have them every month. Because we'll have a
dedicated space for it. The warehouse construction, I'm not sure if we'll have a question about it or if anybody's going to ask, but just as a general update, the construction's coming along. They've got like kind of the main frame
skeleton
sort of the building up, but it's like 4 guys building it. So it's going to probably take
what it seems like.
It's like they've put a team of like 3 or 4 guys assigned to build the entire warehouse. So it's coming along, but slowly.
And then half of them are just sitting there most of the time. Every time I look out, it's one guy doing one thing, and the other 3 are just kind
of. What site do you trust to buy third-party kits? I mean, like if you're talking the third-party like plastic model kits and stuff, like we carry most stuff here. If you're talking like resin kits. Like resin dress-up kits and stuff like that. I mean, Museigen is one that I usually recommend to people.
Yeah, I've used them.
That would be one I've used as well that I've liked. Otherwise, most third-party, if it's like plastic model kits, most of that stuff we get here.
Yeah.
If you're asking, maybe this person's not in the U.S., and that might be why they're asking. Nick is asking this. Outside of the U.S., a good source to get that stuff would be...
Well, also depends too, like
where you're at.
Yeah, we won't carry direct knockoffs either, third-party kits. So, but if you're outside the U.S.,
I'm not sure. Yeah, it kind of depends where you're located.
Yeah, who's shipping to you, and
when do you think we'll have a new perfect grade? Yeah, probably not this year. Maybe
within the next 3 years. Yeah, I would think next 3 years or so.
That's a good window.
Yeah.
Definitely not this year. Next year, maybe, but 3 years. I feel like that's a good guess. When do you think you will be receiving the PG Gundam Mark II?
Pretty sure it's marked for end of October, early November. I think it says Q4 on the pre-order. So we get a lot of perfect grades October, November, December.
So
a lot of them
and Christmas time.
And if you haven't, I would pre-order because I think most of them are almost sold out pre-order. And usually we're not able to get more than what we were allocated. So, yeah.
I mean, there's a chance.
There's a chance we'll get more, but we don't put those up for pre-order if
Right.
we're not allocated them. We only put up what we've been allocated or told by Bandai what we'll be getting. So,
what Xeon color scheme do you like the most?
I like the Sinanju.
Just
the
red, huh?
Well, red, black, gold is pretty nice.
I was gonna say, what about like Johnny Ridden's?
I don't like Johnny Ridden's.
Not that much, huh? It's a bit plain.
It's not. Yeah, it's a different red.
That's true. It's a bit more orangey.
Yeah, it's a different red. I do like was it Uma Lightning? Is that her name? Therma Lightning?
Uma Lightning.
Uma Lightning. The blue, like grayish white. Is it?
Yeah. I know. I thought just because my only connection of that with that name is like Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
So that's why my assumption is that it's a female. But anyway, yeah, blue and white and black.
How'd you find out it was a guy?
I've just seen the artwork.
Oh, I wonder, is it from like a book or is
manga.
Is it a manga?
Yeah. From I believe, I'm not sure. There may be earlier references, but I believe like the most prominent source is from the Johnny Ridden's MSV manga. Like it's like Return of Johnny Ridden, something like that. What's the rarest kit, regardless of grade, you guys have sold?
The metal structure.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of like the limited quantity.
Right, but I guess it's kind of a kit. You do have to put some of it together, right? Yeah.
I guess it will probably be like MGDO. Or some like
we have something we haven't had in years and years. We did have the perfect grade Unicorn Perfect Ability. It was a P Bandai, and they limited it to one. But we got one, but we did that as a giveaway last.
We got one from Bandai.
Yeah, well, that's all Bandai let you get off. P Bandai was one. And we did it as a giveaway
for last
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, last Thanksgiving sale. That was pretty rare, but it was. I mean, it's supposed to be rare. But yeah, P Bandai, I think, only let people order one, which usually they kind of have a limit of like 3 or 5. But it was a limit of 1 for that. But we didn't really sell that. Metal structure kits are, I mean, again, that's more of like a figure, but you do put some of it together. I'm trying to think of
between like I'm just trying to think of kits that just haven't been reprinted in very long, or like we're pretty limited to begin with. So that's like MGDO or like the HG Neo Xeon.
Yeah, full armor. RX-78, the green one.
When you did get those, I mean, like, did you get like a fair amount of them though?
See, these were before. One, it was before Bandai bought Bluefin. And it was before we, I think I was still in my garage last those were printed. So I would have gotten like 12.
Okay.
So, which
hard to compare.
Yeah, it's really hard to compare. And probably the numbers we order now, they wouldn't even be able to fill then. Because Bluefin was smaller then too. So, we've grown as Bluefin's grown. Well, Bandai's taken over. So, it's really hard to compare that, which I'm sure if they did a re-release, we would get plenty.
You'd hope.
Yeah. And a lot of the rare stuff we usually do as giveaways. And it's usually with like the Thanksgiving sale or like, we get P Bandai kits to give away on here. Or I keep, whatever, because we got those movie. Oh man. So Bluefin, they would find fun little like clear kits and stuff like that Were you ever here when we had like the boxes of like dented and dinged stuff that we were able to buy from Bandai?
Mm-mm.
Long time ago when it was Bluefin, we were able
That's when you got those submarine model kits, right?
Yeah. We were able to like buy like anything that other stores returned because it might have been like a dented box, but we would have like all sorts of like rare like P Bandai like movie exclusives. Like I don't even know how they had these stuff that they had like for like I guess convention stuff.
Damage that they couldn't sell normally,
and it would be like a little ding on the box or something like that. But we would get those, and there was times where we were able to order stuff if they had stuff extra left over from conventions, and they would want to get rid of it. We would get, but the unicorn movie stuff. Remember they give those ones. We got like 2 or 3 cases of like the Banshee one, the unicorn one that came with the unicorn head base. So those are pretty rare, I think, for the U.S.
Yeah.
That's my long tangent.
That's some cool rare stuff from time to time. Favorite hobby besides Gunpla? Minecraft? For Adam?
Yep, I do a lot of crafting.
For me, it's probably other Plamo.
Genshin.
Genshin, I guess. Aside from Gunpla, it would be other different plastic models, other non-Gunpla plastic models. And then, family, hang out with the kids, Genshin, in between, other stuff, let's see, Mega Size Gundams, etc. Or ETA. Sorry, Mega Size Gundams ETA. Yeah.
So the ARC 78 one we should have probably next week, any day. And I would assume next week. Those are supposedly shipped to us, even though they haven't invoiced me yet. So the unicorn, I believe, is set as a October, if I remember correctly. So those will be shipped probably in a month.
Favorite Gundam TV series, movie, or OVA? He put OAV, but OVA.
What?
F91. Favorite Gundam TV series, movie, or OVA?
TV series, movie, or OVA?
Yeah.
And you said F91?
No, I was asking if that's what yours is.
No.
Double Zeta?
No. TV series would probably
G
be
Gundam?
Seed. No one likes G Gundam. And everyone that says they do really don't.
Doubt it.
Movie. Do the unicorn movies count as?
That'd be an OVA.
Would it be an OVA? Even the movies?
Yeah.
Those are OVAs?
Yeah.
This movie would be a one-shot?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be the Seed movie coming up. But one-shot movie?
There's not too many to choose from.
I don't think I've seen any.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot really to choose from.
Like I watched part of Char's Counterattack, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That would be a movie.
Yeah, it would be a movie. For me, it's Unicorn, Turn A, and 8th MS Team are my top 3 favorites. The question I always want to know is, what kind of kit did you wish existed in master grade form? What kit? Stevo always wanted to know. What kit do you wish existed in master grade form? Rosen Zulu for me.
Yeah, I know. I think I kind of ping pong around with this depending on my
or Hygog.
Hygog would be really cool, actually.
So many options. I was thinking the other day, this is completely unrelated and it may sidetrack you, but what I really want is like a larger, like 1/35 scale Metal Gear Rex kit. That would be like this big.
That'd be sweet.
If anybody can find 3D print files for a Metal Gear Rex and can like print one in 1/35 scale, please let me know, because that would be super cool.
Yeah, they've made a lot of jeez.
Master grades?
What is the thing called? The one that's called, it's in Unicorn. I'm sure it's in something
Shambler?
else. No. He's got the they fight the close quarters combat on the it's bluish, purplish.
Gallus.
Yeah, that one. That
Yeah.
one would be a cool master grade.
Mm.
I'm just trying to think of more obscure suits that you don't really.
That's one of those HGs that you don't see very often
Right.
either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the Zissa
Mm-hmm.
don't get reprinted as much as other HGs from that series, I feel like.
Yeah. Windwart, that would be a good one too.
Oh,
Pale Rider, yep,
Mm.
that would be amazing. Pale Rider.
I'm very surprised that they've not made a master grade Woundwort, to be honest.
It would be P Bandai if they
Yeah,
did.
of course. But like with all the different P Bandai Advanced Zeta kits, they've made some big kits. They've made some kits like the Hazenplay and stuff that where it's like completely new kit and pretty big. The Hazel Ausla as well, like in master grade form. So I feel like after releasing so many different variants of the Woundwort, there's obviously a lot of Woundwort fans. I feel like they could make a master grade Woundwort at this point.
Yeah, you would be really great. Master grade narrative Gundam. That would be pretty sweet.
That would be cool.
Mm.
Which packs? The A packs would be dope.
Apex would
feel
be
like
huge.
this long, like a meter long. That would be cool. You know,
We'll
if they
that
make
ever happens though.
well, you know, I was just gonna say, you know, if they make like a B packs or a C packs, then somebody's gonna design like a 3D printed A packs for it, which would be pretty cool. That'd be awesome. Okay, what other kinds of model kits do you guys enjoy building aside from Gunpla? I'm guessing is this question. Here.
Yeah,
Tyler wants to know.
I guess there's not a specific line. Like I built the Rex. It's been I finished one of those. I guess different
Have you
stuff.
ever built
Is
any
that
frame
like
arms kits before?
I have not, but I would assume it's similar to what the Kotobukiya Rex was. And I built one Megami device.
Much, yeah.
The
like Metal Gear kits are quite unique just because of their design. I mean, they're not like I'm just trying to think of what I could compare them to. There's not really too much I could compare them to other than other Metal Gear kits. The frame arms kits are a lot more like building Gunpla, but like earlier master grade kits or like 2000s master grade kits, sort of in like a smaller kind of scale.
Actually,
it depends on the
pretty
kits.
cool too.
That's true. Yeah. For me, there's a lot of different Kotobukiya stuff that I like. Also, the Wave and Hasegawa Machine Krieger kits are a lot of fun too, of course. Where and how do you store all your kit, Zach, besides the ones you display? Just in the box. So like this guy here.
Everywhere. He puts them everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
It's built in. It's just back in the box.
Everywhere.
To await its fate. Whatever that might be.
So Dingo, it's a possibility, but it'll probably ship out Monday. But it's a possibility.
If it will ship out today, the orders before 12 p.m.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how many orders we have. It's possible. I mean, it's better if you order it now, but I would say it would ship Monday if you order it.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I'm not gonna promise anything.
Because we don't, nothing goes on during the weekend. So,
right.
I mean, yeah, it would be very tight if it were able to get in today. Let's see. Which is your first model kit ever to build?
The 1/100 red frame.
First model kit ever? Like, not even Gundam model kit, just model kit.
First model kit.
Mine was, my dad, I think, did most of the work, but we kind of built it together. But was the Jurassic Park T-Rex model kit.
Nice.
Back in the 90s. Yeah.
I didn't know they had those.
Yeah.
Old Jurassic Park model kits.
Yeah, old Jurassic Park model kits. They
I
had
didn't know that.
the Raptor, the Dilophosaurus, the T-Rex, and I think Stegosaurus and Triceratops.
Why would there be a Stegosaurus?
Yeah, it's a popular dinosaur. It wasn't in the movies, but I think I'm pretty sure from that original line of model kits, Somebody can fact check me if you know about it, but you should look it up.
I am now.
You're gonna go on eBay?
They're probably worth thousands of dollars now.
And I think I looked a couple of years ago, and they're not. You can still find them around.
Yeah.
There's model kits from the Lost World as well, like of the vehicles. I built one of those. The vehicle that has the things that came down that trapped the Pachycephalosaurus with like the things that inflate the.
Oh yeah, the bumpers.
Uh-huh.
Ah, I know they had those.
Yeah, I built one of those cool. The car models. What type of clear coat would you use personally for a chrome color so as to not lose the effect, I guess is what he's asking. So like
gloss.
Yeah. There's not really any reason why you need to top coat a chrome plated kit, really, unless that you just want to like seal in. If you like put on decals and you just kind of want to like seal your decals, then just clear coat. Gloss, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, gloss clear coat.
Yeah, anything other than that is going to ruin the finish of the chrome. Have you thought about expanding more? I mean, we're moving into a larger warehouse, but
maybe like product lines.
It's tough.
It's hard. I mean, you can pick product line. Man, something's getting me here. I mean, when you expand to different product lines, I mean, you want stuff that's going to move. So it just kind of, it's hard.
Everybody's like, including and mostly talking about you, like busy enough, just like with what we do here. It's kind of hard to expand and, and to find areas where you could expand to in, that's worthwhile.
Right.
Whether that be products or just like a physical expansion or somewhere or like multiple locations. I mean,
we'll never do multiple locations. So that will never happen. As far as like, I mean, we are building a new warehouse to grow, to where we can hold more stuff and, possibly ship more stuff. Expanding product lines. I mean, we probably expand every year. We'll get 1 to 2 new different companies that will start selling. But I mean, it usually isn't like super popular stuff. It might be stuff that's like, within the last like probably like 2 years ago, we started getting more like the armored puppet model kits. So that's a line that maybe most people don't know of, but we carry those, and those do pretty well. But yeah, every year we probably get about two new lines. It might be a new line of paint, might be, and then you test it out and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then you get rid of it and don't order it again. Or if it does work, then you keep ordering more.
Yeah. ETA on the RG Epion kits, as we talked about, they're shipped from Japan, but that means there's still probably at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, I would say your best bet is mid-October. I would think we would get
about
them.
A month from now. Any basic diorama base recommendations? Cork board is a good thing to start with for like the base surface to then build off of, and or foam. Foam core. People use for that. Kyle wants to know: have you built any Transformers model kits?
No
recommendations. I've not. What's that? The
Lame Toys.
Lame Toys. Yeah. I've been meaning to build one of those, just because I'm not that big into Transformers, but there's a bunch of those Flame Toys kits, and they do look pretty cool. So I would like to build one at some point. But then we have those the new ones, the big massive ones. What's the company that makes those? There's the Optimus Prime, and then there's the other purple one. It's the huge Transformer kits. They're like a million parts and super detailed.
They also did a Soundwave.
Soundwave, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Soundwave.
Yellow.
Yellow Park.
Yellow Park.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, those also look very cool. I've not built them, so I couldn't tell you, but I mean, I've only heard good things, and the Flame Toys ones as well. I know that people enjoy those.
Yes,
I've heard only good things about those as well. So if you're a fan, you have good options there. Basically, like really nice. The Flame Toys ones seem kind of like HG, sort of, if you were to compare them to Gunpla, and the Yellow Park one's like a PG. Sort of. Let's see. What's your current favorite song and or artist? Music to listen to. You have a favorite?
I'm not a big music person.
Mm-hmm.
I usually listen to like background
Yeah.
stuff, and I don't really care who it is or what it is.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this question, a number of times, and it's the same. I don't know. I'm always open to like new artists and like finding new music to listen to. I don't know. I feel like it's just something that probably just happens when you get older. Either that, or I'm just kind of like lazy to look for new music to listen to. But like when I was younger, I would always like find new music and stuff. But now I don't know. I just like listen to the same stuff.
Yeah, when I was younger, this is gonna really throw me back. But I mean, I would go on Napster. Remember Napster, and then LimeWire.
Yeah.
And get viruses like crazy. But like I would find new artists on there, and then I would like you could type in that artist and find whole crap all their stuff on there. Which I'm sure you can do that now. I just don't care to do that anymore. And then you'd make freaking like burn CDs. Do you remember that? Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
You'd have like in your car like the 12 CDs on your little box.
Oh, dude, I had like the binder with like 100.
Yeah, all just pirated music.
Mine was like probably half and half. I had a lot of like official CDs because it was like from like different hardcore bands and stuff. So I mean, like you could buy the CDs like when you went to their shows or whatever were like relatively cheap.
So I didn't go to shows. I just pirated everything.
Yeah. But yeah, basically same kind of stuff that I'm listening to too. Just kind of a mix of everything.
Yeah.
What do you? Oh, here's a related question. What do you like to do or have going in the background while building kits? I mean, music or just different stuff on YouTube.
I'll listen to podcasts and stuff. I'll throw on the background and I'll listen to half of it. Stuff You Should Know podcast. I'll listen to that a lot. Really good podcast. Learn a lot of stuff, which is pretty cool.
Podcast something I always like. Every now and then I try to get into listening to more podcasts, but I have a hard time like getting used to it. I don't know.
You know, I really like to listen to, like if I'm doing yard work or stuff in the background, is audiobooks. Minecraft soundtrack. Oh, that slaps, dude, man. That Minecraft soundtrack is the best. But no, I'll listen to audiobooks so then I can kind of get my reading in while I'm doing other things.
You do that while driving too, right?
I do, yeah. I'll just pop it in while I'm driving, listen. So if it's a good audiobook, it's hard to put down. I'll listen to, I'm almost through the first campaign of Critical Role. I'll put that in the background too.
I don't know what that is.
It's D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. So people that play that, they're like voice actors.
Okay.
So I'll listen to that in the background too, which is fun to listen to. Yeah. Like I said, there's a plethora of different things.
Yeah, it's mostly just kind of stuff on YouTube. Lately, I feel like every few months I like go through this phase where I'm like trying to get back into studying Japanese more. I'm in that phase at the moment. I'm trying to get back into it, but we'll see if I can stick with it this time. It's kind of like how people like diet, and like every 6 months or something try a new diet and it never works. That's like me and studying Japanese. Yeah. Are you gonna join GBWC this year's GBWC?
I'm not.
No, and probably not me as well. Which kit do you think is the best for this year, both released or not?
I was reading another question. I'm sorry. I was reading that one. What was the one you just read? I'm sorry.
What do you think is the best kit of this year?
Best kit of this year?
Released or not yet released?
I'm a master grade person, so that master grade Zeta.
The MGSD Freedom was really cool.
That was actually really cool. Yeah.
And then we got the Barutos coming out as well.
But that's not out yet.
You said both released or not?
Barbados.
We can. We can assume that it's going to be good. Yeah, it's my assumption.
I would like the Barbados. Probably that would be my personal favorite when that's released because the pictures look really nice of that one, and I like that suit better than the other one. So
you liked Danielle's question here. Do you have any? Danielle's asking Adam if he has beard advice for me and the rest of the audience.
So the reason why I laughed is because there was a good 2-week period here where Zach didn't shave.
Yeah.
And it was looking decently patchy.
Yeah.
But that's why I laughed, because then I had to look over and you had shaved. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh darn.
Yeah.
But my advice would just be, keep growing it out. And use beard oil. Beard oil is always great.
You don't use beard oil.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
That's why this is so nice and lush.
Lush. How many Gundams would it take to beat Godzilla?
1.
Hmm.
1 beam shot to the head.
Maybe. Think that would do it?
Yeah. That's all it needs to be done.
Chris wants to know, why is it so hard to buy Gundam Converge singles instead of an entire box? That's really just more of a logistical thing for.
Yeah, and I can really probably dive into this. So the fun part about those is they all have the same barcode. So the box has 6 different ones usually, and every single one has the same barcode. So it's hard for stores to put them up
individually. You would have to re-barcode them.
Right. It's just easier just to put up the box. And then what Bandai's done lately too is now they've made it to where I think the last 2 sets is you can buy a smaller box that has one of every one that would have come in that box. So you can buy the PDQ, which is a cash register checkout one, which will be all sorted, or you can buy the box that has one of every one.
Yeah,
of that series. Yeah.
So like normally, like a normal set is usually like 6 or 7 different mobile suits.
Right.
And yeah, like the box, like I was talking about, which is like a storefront display box, will have 10. So you'll have, if you guys have seen the videos that I do of these on my channel, you'll have 10, and so you'll have doubles of a few of them. But like what he's talking about, what they're selling here is just where you have just a set of just one of each, so you don't have any of the doubles, which is nice. Sometimes it's nice to have the doubles because you may want to. Sometimes they come with like multiple weapons. You can have one with different weapons or something, but those sets are nice. Also, you have to think about, like, from the store's perspective, like when they're selling them, like if you were to sell them separately, like you'll have ones like the more popular ones that will sell out of, and then the less popular ones that will just kind of just sit around here.
Yeah.
Whereas if they're sold as a set, you can just kind of
get rid of it.
Just sell it easier as sets. The downside is then it's more expensive, so people are maybe less likely to want to buy it because maybe they really want one. Right. They don't want the full set, but that's the trouble with it. Why it's difficult. Have we ever like sold them in the storefront?
Yeah, they're in the storefront.
I don't know
we
if
might have been sold out. Yeah. I know we have the Dragon Ball ones over there right now. Which I think those are called Adverge. It's not Converge.
Right.
We have sold them over there, but
and there you can buy them individually.
Yeah, we used to put them up individually. No, we don't.
On the website?
And once Bandai started making that set where it's just all we just carry those now. We don't even get, I think, the box sets to put in the storefront actually anymore.
And even if you like order from Japan, they're usually sold as sets as well. But if you ever go to Japan and go to some secondhand stores, it's a great chance to buy some individual ones. So I usually, like, anytime I'm in Japan, I'll usually like try to find if there's ones that I don't have in my collection yet, especially like some of the larger ones or limited ones or something like that. You can find in the stores as just single ones. You can get those there. I was going to say for a good price, but it kind of depends on how rare they are.
Yeah.
There's some ones that are kind of more expensive, and they used to do variants, like secret ones in there that I don't think they do anymore. Nope. So they used to have it where like
it was a mystery.
And you weren't, like, if you ordered a box, you weren't guaranteed to get one. They were just kind of rare secret ones, I think they were called, where instead of like, if it was a Zaku 2, instead of like a regular color Zaku 2, it would be Johnny Ridden's color Zaku 2, something like that, just a recolored one. So that was kind of cool, but they don't do that anymore, unfortunately. But you can find some of those older recolor ones there in Japan. All right, we're gonna do our episode a bit shorter today, so we can just go ahead and get to the giveaway for today. You want to do some more questions?
Giveaway? A few more.
Okay.
Do like 5 more questions.
Okay. Sure.
What is that top
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Did Adam complete the 9/11 stair challenge this year?
Who's this ZakuAurelius guy?
Hmm?
No. It's a little backstory here. So now we've limited now to one question.
Okay.
So, good old me
Mm-hmm.
decided to do the 9/11 challenge. Have I told you this story?
Kind of. I mean, I know of it. That's why I asked about it.
So I bought a stair stepper, and not just I bought a stairmaster.
You bought like a
nice stairmaster.
$12,000.
No, $12,000. To start training for this, and I think I've gone max 20 flights.
Really?
And I think I've been on that stair stepper like 5 times.
So what is it? Like, tell people.
Oh, so the 9/11. So I think it's 110 flights you have to go up on 9/11 because that's what the firefighters did, and I think it's 62 pounds you're supposed to put on yourself too to actually do the full challenge because that would be all their gear.
Yeah.
And people will do that on 9/11 to commemorate, obviously what happened in 9/11. So 1 year I will do this, and I will do it
as like a dedication to the firefighters.
Yes.
Yep. 20 is great. I don't know. Yeah.
No, 20 ain't that great. I appreciate it, David. But
yeah.
20s.
I was gonna say it's
20s. I mean, it probably. I think 20 took me 15 minutes to do. 15 around there.
It was funny. Like before we moved, when we lived in Korea, we lived on the 15th floor, and Noah, my son, he would climb the stairs all the way up at 4 years old, up 15 flights of stairs, which was pretty impressive. When we go home, not like every day, but when we go home, sometimes I want to go up the stairs. Okay, so we would take the elevator up, and he would come up the stairs.
Like you're
pretty
good,
quick too.
Like I'm good for the first maybe 5 to 6 flights, and then it starts getting there. Like I can't imagine when I have to start put weight on myself to do it. It's gonna be intense.
It is. Like, what are you just gonna load up a backpack or something? I mean,
yeah, they have vests. They have weight vests and stuff. So I'll probably do that. I have a whole year now. That's it, guys. I'm doing it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
next question.
Let's see. Let me find one here. Do you guys think Bandai will make more hobby tools?
Yes.
I kind of wish that Bandai would just not bother making hobby tools because they're nice, but I mean, there's so many other companies making tools. I kind of wish Bandai would just focus on just making more kits, basically.
Yeah,
I know what they're trying to do, but I'm fine with them just focusing on models.
I think I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Do I think they'll make more tools? Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And the nice thing about Bandai's tools is that they try to target beginners with the tools. They make their beginner nippers and stuff like that. So I mean that's good. For parents, can you imagine if you're a parent at the store with your kids, particularly in Japan, and you don't as a parent, you don't know anything about model kits, but your kid wants to get one, and you know that they need the tools for it, and they just have the Bandai nippers right there, right next to the model kits. It makes it easy for parents, especially, to want to get those. And then the kid ones that the child or beginner nippers that Bandai makes are less dangerous, I guess. I mean, they do the same thing, but they're maybe not as sharp or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
The cutting blade still obviously needs to be sharp for them to work well,
right?
But not as pointy or whatever, I guess. So yeah, it's fine that they make those, especially for beginners. But yeah, let's see where and how. Let's see, I already read that. I'm just gonna see if I can find me one more good question here for us. Hey Adam, I've got an MG Stein Verka. So glad. Any tips for building since you know this kit by heart? Do you? Yeah. I mean, he certainly loves the name.
Well, listen, so you got to treat it with care and love. All right, first off, because that's the most important part with that kit. Trying to think, that kit, the I think they fixed, because didn't the Master Grade Sinanju have that problem with that waist joint snapping? And I think it's the same joint. That same peg.
The Stein would be using the OVA Shinanju version.
And there's the
which is
Verka
the
that
fixed
had
one.
that. Yeah, so other than that, you're fine. Yeah.
I mean, just generally, just, like, should be careful with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good kit. Have fun with it. I enjoy building it. I just like the design of the kit.
Here's an interesting one from David. David's in the chat, or at least, he's there in the chat. Do you think the moving RX-78 Fu, that's the walking one, in Gundam Factory, will actually be coming down next year? I hope they delay its closing again. Yeah, it was supposed to only be up for like a year, and it's already been like 2 years now, right?
Well, I think they invested a lot of money in
things. So it was kind of weird that they announced that it was only going to be up for a limited time. It's like, why? Let's just leave it up.
I think the more tourism they get, the longer it'll stay. So if they're still getting a decent amount of people going to it, every day, I think it'll just stay up. I think if it diminishes, then they'll make a decision to take it down.
Yeah. So if you go to Japan, see it so that they'll keep it up longer. If I go at any point while it's still up, I'll hopefully be able to go see it. All right, let's do giveaway now. Let me go ahead and get this here for us. No, give me a number that's. Oh, now it's okay. Sorry, hang on. Do this again. I want a number that's not 1, 2, 3, so that we can. Okay, there we go. So that we can know and present this here for us.
Dun 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 dun. What are you gonna do if it's on?
If it's on Instagram, you might have to look it up. I couldn't get for some reason. I'm having some technical difficulties here.
With the
Instagram comments are not loading on my computer, but I have it here. So like if it draws a 2, that's Instagram. 1 would be YouTube. 3 would be Facebook. 1, which is YouTube. So that's easy. Where we had 67 comments. 67. The winner is 25, right in the middle. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. William, so close. William's won a couple of times there. 22, 23, 24, and 25 is this one here. Dave, congratulations, Dave. Oh, you guys can't see that. Sorry. That's why you guys can't see that, can you? Sorry about it. Let me put that up here so you guys can see. That's too bad. You guys couldn't see me counting. Sorry about that. Here we are. Dave's comment is here. Congratulations to Dave. He said, though we seem cursed never to get them, what would be your choice for the next IBO Master Grade or other? What's your choice for the next IBO?
Vidar.
Vidar, huh?
Vidar.
Yes. The Vidar would be cool. And then, let's see, I think that would probably be a good choice. Other than that, the Greys. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Very unlikely, or more unlikely than anything else, I feel like, just because I think probably Bandai wants to reuse that IBO frame on whatever else they make next, or at least part of the frame. Obviously, the Greys would have to be a completely new kit. Although, hopefully, maybe someday we will actually get one, because it seems like it was popular enough. There's like 10 different HG versions of it. So, all right. That is it. Congratulations to Dave. Say congrats, Dave.
Congrats, Dave.
There you go.
Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com with you logged into your YouTube account. And we will get this shipped out to you. We just need to know the address. It smells.
Did you toast this in the oven before we started?
I smoked it. Yeah, just let us know what address you want to send this to. Congratulations. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool kit.
Definitely. And look at this.
Decals.
Water slide decals. And a lot of them. Whew. All right. So yeah, congrats, Dave. And thank you all so much for hanging out today. Anything else? Yeah, there's stuff on the way. So just make sure you're following on all the social media too. You got all the daily sales. Every day there's a new item up for the daily deal. And then on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
We got, if you're ordering, your order might be selected randomly for the TikTok, in which case, if it is, then you can let us know and you can get a $10 gift card.
Yep.
So yeah, just make sure you're following there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's it for today, guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.